Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We are on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Hope you all will go over to those different mediums, social medias, and hang out with us. And I want to welcome all of our new subscribers and thank everyone and those of you that have been hanging out with me on videos for this last year. Thank you so much. So this is back to the little mini series of me making an ephemera holder just to house the Junk Journal Studio stuff. I've got so much that I thought, well, I need to just make something for my, for that in itself. So what we did was we took the freebies, and I'll put a link in the description box, or you can go back to my channel and look at the videos that say freebies, and all you have to do is go into that video, click the down arrow, or depending on, if you're on your phone or whatever, could be 3 little dots or something that says more. Click on that, and then in the description box there'll be the link to my freebies for all things roses. I'll also have YouTube channels where the other members of the design team will have their freebies. So all in all, 52 pages of freebies. They're so beautiful. So anyways, that plus all my the Junk Journal Studio things, I wanted to make an ephemera holder. So what I did, just as a reminder, and you can go back and watch these videos, is I just used a couple of big file envelopes. I don't really know what they're called, but they're kind of like a manila envelope the way those are, only they're white and they're really big, and so I slid them into each other to kind of make a folio, so to speak. And then because they were still a little bit wimpy, I slid another envelope into each envelope to make it a little bit hardier. And then I took some file folders that I had gotten at a thrift store, and I did a 5-hole pamphlet stitch to stitch those together. And I opened them all, and I gave them I still could do more, but I gave them a good folding with the bone folder. And then I put a little bit of fabric around them. We'll see what happens. Again, most of my videos will start out with these 4 words. This is an experiment. This is an experiment. So that's basically what's happening. So in the middle, I did the inside, I glued down some of the freebies, and then I Mod Podged over it. I left this non-Mod Podge, so it's still very porous. And then you may remember we did this. The first video, we did the background, and we put the freebies in the background. And then I used some of my cutouts, some of my fussies from the Junk Journal Studio, so that I could kind of remind myself what all is in here. So there'll be labels from the label, a couple of the different label kits. There's there's the summer bounty, the fall bounty, Christmas, just all kinds of different kits. Anything that's the Junk Journal Studio, I'm hoping to fit in here. I may have to have a second edition. We'll see. Okay, so I'm not real sure how this is going to go, but my next thought was to glue down some fabric here just to have a good something to hold on to. So I'm going to I thought about using rubber cement, but then I thought, I don't know how that would work with fabric. I just don't know. And so I do know that Fabri-Tac will work. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. Oops, oh, good grief. Let me grab a paper towel here, just in case. So it's slick because of the Mod Podge. So I'm just going to go maybe halfway, and then I'll do the other half in a second. Go down. I did sew around this since it did have so many layers, and I you know, needed to glue the layers and Mod Podge the layers. I just wanted to kind of just make sure that it was all one unit. So I did glue, or I'm sorry, I did sew it together after I did that. Okay. So let's try to get that even. Okay, good. Looks pretty good. And this may be a short video of just gluing this and then waiting for it to dry and then coming back with another video kind of finishing it up. And then little by little I'll start adding. Maybe not so little by little. I have some things already cut out that could be added already. So I hope everybody's having a really good day. It's been a nice, pretty day here in the 50s. And my daffodils, we call them our daffies. They are budding, and I hope we don't have a big winter storm or anything. We did have sleet the other day, so they seem to have done okay. But they're right next to the well house, so that might have protected them a little bit. We'll see what happens if we get any further winter activity. But I don't see any in the forecast for this week. Okay. So this is the next part. You know, typically you don't do it with a tab like this. We have seen some books that have that, you know. But so what my plan is to glue this in, and then I'm going to clamp it as it dries. And then I may have to hinge a little bit here just to double, triple, and reinforce. It's this part right here that I'm kind of curious about what's going to happen, because it's really going to fold back. Let me see if I can do it this way. Oops, sorry. Let's see, where is that? Let's get this glue put up so it doesn't go all over the place. For now, anyways. Okay. I just got it all over my hand. All right. So my thought is that I need to, I think, fold it like this. Just kind of give it a little bit of help so it will easily bind around that insert that we're going to put in. Okay, so there's part of it. Let's see what that did. Got it upside down, but okay. So I think that did fine on one side. Now let's do the other side. So on this side, kind of it kind of folded naturally there, but let's see what happens here. Just wanting to score it a little bit up against that ruler. No. Before that glue really dries, I kind of want to let it have a little help to bend. Okay, we may need to glue some of these back down. Okay, now let's see what happens here if I've got it right. kind of, right? But at least it has a little bit of help, so it's a little bit of bend, so that when we do glue it in, it'll be it'll be pliable. Then I can always glue down the different pieces that are coming up. Okay, let's go for it. We are going to go for it. I don't know how long it's going to take to dry. I mean, I don't think it's going to take very long to dry, but I kind of want it to like over dry, you know what I mean? Like solidify together. So that might take a while. I think what I'm going to do is pause it for a little while so I can come back, and then I'll let you know either, oh, it's good to go, or we'll do another video with it. Yikes. I am being very, very generous with this glue, and I hope I'm not going to be sorry about it. Just kind of hoping it seeps through all those file folder pages that I have. Okay. All right, so I'm poking it down in the center-ish. See if it's good here. I love the feel of it. Okay, I'm poking it down, and I think what I'm going to do is use my ruler to go inside here and kind of poke it down, and then I'm going to use these clamps. So this side looks good. I'm going to use these clamps to, if I can get my fingers around it. Ugh. Okay. Oh man. There. Okay. All right. Oh, I hope I don't get it too uneven. This is where you need like 2 people, maybe even. We do our best, don't we? This side looks a little wonky. I'm going to see if the clip will help. Should have unclipped those like that. Can't seem to get this one exactly in there. The way the first one did, it's wanting to go crooked. Okay, let's clamp it and see if that'll help. I think that might help. Okay, now, okay, corners look okay. They're not exactly straight. Let's put a couple more in the middle. That's straightening it up a little bit. I'm hoping that the spine is really intact in there. You know, that it's not just cradled, but that it's actually adhering. Now this is where probably a book press would be coming real handy if you had one. Okay. Well, we've got it in. And we have these little clips down, and I might find another one to put here. Then once I take one off and kind of test it, then we may have to run some other strips, just, you know, for reinforcements. I had thought about, ooh, yuck. I had thought about waiting to put the fabric down until I glued it in, but then I thought no, because I might end up putting more fabric down, but The reason I didn't want to do that is because I had left that envelope, that white envelope, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to look a little bit more finished than that. Plus, I love that fabric. Okay, all right, so I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to give it, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, and we'll see what happens, and I'll be back. Okay, hold tight.